Why would God make people gay in the first place?
Well, of course I would say it comes from God. If I didn't believe that, then I wouldn't be Christian.
Why would God make people gay if he didn't want them to engage in gay sex?
All people have proclivities or towards different sins, different things that we would call sins.
Yeah, but if that's like their fundamental attractiveness, they're attracted fundamentally to other men, like, or other women. Like, why? It seems like something that God gave them. Like, why would God give you an attractiveness, or why would you be attracted to the same sex if that was morally reprehensible, if that was against God's will? Why would he instill that lust and that desire and that feeling of being attracted and feeling of being in love with someone of the same sex?
I don't think instilled is not the word that I would use. I
What
don't
would
think
you
God
use?
instills it. I think that one of the again you want to get into Christian doctrine. I mean, one of the basic elements of Christian doctrine is that we're a fallen species, and so there are many things that come out of our kind of fallen human nature, and we all have, like I said, we all have proclivities towards sin, and no one's going to live a perfect life. You know?
That's a reach though. I wouldn't call that a proclivity, man, because you can stop sinning. You know what I'm saying? You know it's wrong, and it's like if you are stealing or raping or I can't say that word. You're out here being a glutton or being prideful or being vengeful or whatever, man. But like Joe hit the nail on the head, man. Like fundamentally, this is like I could never sit here and question the man's or whomever's sexuality, right? It is what it is. Like they can't change who the fuck they are. You asking them to change their fucking identity, right? And just to stop it and saying that it's wrong, like that's a crazy bird. That's a crazy task to put on to someone, man. Part of one of the reasons why none of this shit makes sense to me. Where it's sinful to be gay, but gay is somebody's psychological makeup. They can't just turn that shit off. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the reasons why I'm not religious anymore, because this shit don't fucking add up. You gotta go over here and dig up some type of godly equation to understand or, put certain groups of people in certain boxes. Like pretty much he's saying this is not Christian. Humanity is in a dark spot right now, and this is a result of the people out here moving gay, and there's just nothing they can do to not be sinful anymore. But this is just an end result of, damned humanity, right? It's always some type of way to explain something. This shit don't make no fucking sense to me. But, Joe has put Matt Walsh's back up against the wall, and he's coming up with far-fetched ideas to explain to Joe Rogan, how he feels about what he just said.
To live a moral Christian life is really difficult. Requires a lot of sacrifice, no matter who you are. And that's it. I mean,
I can't stand with him on that one, because I can never sit here and know what it is to be gay, right? I don't think you just switch that shit on, switch that shit off. You know what I'm saying? He's saying it's hard to live a Christian life. Pretty much just just shitting on what these motherfuckers go through. You know what I mean? They should be able to live their life the way they want to fucking live their life without being ridiculed over. It's just that their lifestyle does not align with what the fucking Bible preaches. And he's right. If God created gay people, they all stem from God, then why would he do that? Doesn't make any sense.
Have you wrestled with these thoughts before? Have you had these kind of conversations and really
Sure, absolutely.
Tried to figure out why would God create gay people? Do you think that God has created gay people, or do you think they have a choice?
God has created all people, so every person that's gay was created by God, of course. Where exactly does that proclivity come from? Like I said, I don't know exactly. I mean,
what is the fucking proclivity? You keep throwing that fucking word out. Let me see what the fuck that. I can use my context clues to figure it out, but I want to see if he's minimizing the gay experience. You know what I mean? It's the same thing as heterosexuality. What if heterosexuality was sinful? I'm supposed to just cut this off and be homosexual because heterosexuality is not Christian-like. Like, for real. Like, you can't just shut this shit off. Like, I'm attracted to what the fuck I'm attracted to. I don't know what it is to be gay, but I can assume that they have the same attraction that I have for the vajayjay as they have for the dick. You ask them to turn that shit off because it's not Christian-like, and it goes back to Joe's point. Why would God create people that live in this space if it's sinful for them to have this way of life? Right? It don't add up. It doesn't add up. Proclivity definition: a tendency to choose or do something regularly, an inclination of predisposition toward a particular thing, a proclivity for hard work. So a proclivity to be gay, see, he's minimizing what the fuck it is. I don't got no fucking proclivity to be heterosexual, motherfucker. I love the goddamn poo-tang. It is real shit. Ain't no proclivity, nothing, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying?
That someone's born gay, I have issues with that go beyond theology, because now you're talking about, if you're born with any sexual proclivity, then that means that we're talking about like gay infants and so on. And
right, but don't you think people are born straight? That some people are born straight? Were you born straight?
It's an odd way of talking about it. Like to say that a baby is heterosexual. I think babies don't have a sexuality in that sense. That's something
but eventually they will develop a sexuality, and a small percentage of them will be homosexual, and that's always been been documented. It's natural
throughout time, right?
Yeah,
it's even natural in some animals.
Yeah, well, I mean, we started by talking about
got you there, bro.
Laws. And
what
laws
there,
are put in place. Now we're talking about Christian teaching.
But don't you think that
Christianity has I don't deny that Christianity has a challenging sexual moral code, but we're also, I'm not suggesting that the Christian sexual morality should be codified into law.
But isn't that what's happening if that's how we define marriage? Because marriage is law, and if marriage shouldn't involve gay people, then you are saying that it's because of Christian fundamentalist ideology.
No, because I think you can talk about the marriage issue without even getting into biblical morality, which is what I was doing. I mean, you brought up the Bible,
right?
I didn't.
Well, I brought about we talked about Christianity, in particular,
right? But that's my point. It's like you introduced that to the conversation,
yes, because I wanted to find the reason why you opposed gay people being married.
We're going to talk about...
Hey, I'm with Joe on it, man. Because I can empathize for the fucking struggle of gay folks not being accepted because of how the majority lives and, frowning upon what the fuck they do. You know what I'm saying? My only issue is with how they be trying to force shit down our fucking throat and make us, accepting the way they see fit. And then we get, persecuted for having our opinions on things, man. But I can never fucking sit here and discredit or minimize the struggle that they go through to be, accepted and to have the same rights and freedoms that we all do. That's how things should be, which doesn't align with the Bible's teachings. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing anybody can do to fucking tell me to cut off my heterosexuality, right? And I'd imagine it's the same thing for them. So if that's the case, then what are we talking about? And that's why this religion should, in addition to, a plethora of other fucking reasons of why I'm not religious anymore. Shit just don't be fucking adding up. And shit does add up in the more logical, rational way as opposed to, faith and belief. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I think Joe got him on that one, bro. Thoughts?